Eagles will kick off first, and here we go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The give to the left side. At the 35, maybe some room here. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets him up, makes the big play out to the left.
Running inside, it's Lewis. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable, but you can't let that timing be easy and effortless. Nice job by the defense.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to throw, it's Singleton. Pocket breaking down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Mountaineers line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the right. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the right. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
Nice catch just past the first down marker, so this drive stays alive. Nice job by the quarterback and receiver.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Moving out of the pocket. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. The give from the gun. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Golden Eagles send out the punt unit. Way back in his own territory as he hauls it in. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Appalachian State regains possession and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. Back to throw, it's Singleton. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Man, these plays are really, really simple and really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
And the Mountaineers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The run inside. It's Lewis. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Zings it complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field. Don't make a mistake. Check it down to your running back. Let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw. But you could tell they were definitely locked in. And they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
Floating away. Trying to get rid of it. Nothing to do with the football, and he... throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot. He gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Sends it back in motion. Quarterback will keep it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Mountaineers will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. To the air, it's Hampton. Unloads to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
They'll go right back to it. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. And the Golden Eagles want to crank the tempo. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. who knows what they're going to do.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Leaves it with the back. Makes his man miss. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Tight end now in motion. Going with the ground game left. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. The Golden Eagles will bring the punt team onto the field.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
They punted away on 4th down. Wants to bring it back. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Appalachian State comes out onto the field to get the drive started. They've sputtered a bit early, not being able to move the football, having to punt it away each of the first 2 times they had it. The RPO, it's complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Off the RPO, complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll try to power their way ahead. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Wants to return it. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Golden Eagles will try to get things moving on offense. A little sluggish out of the gate here. They've had to punt it away on each of their first 2 possessions. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Back to throw, it's Hampton. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the quick pass. Breaks into the open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And the Golden Eagles have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Gonna look downfield again. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. The Golden Eagles have this offense rolling. Motion from the wideout. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. They think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
They'll send the back in motion. Might as well stick with him.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the 1st down, new set of downs, let's go.
And the Golden Eagles back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Across the field. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Into the house. Touchdown, Golden Eagles.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half, with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw, it's Singleton. The screen, he's got wheels. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. He wants to change this route. They'll run play action. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Release to the back. Pulls it in. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Mountaineers will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, and that's a timing route. You throw those out routes to your receivers, and he gets out of his break, and he gets his head around, and ideally you want him to get his head around right in time to catch that football, and you could just tell he didn't get comfortable, didn't get his hands around, his head around in the right time, and he just gets a drop.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Just enough time to get off one more snap. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just enough time for one final play of the half. From the gun to give, looking for room. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's open the show with Vanderbilt taking on the number 5 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes.
They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return.
And it's the home squad, locked up in a tight one in this matchup of top 10 teams. We haven't even hit the half here today, and it's already shaping up to be an instant classic. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Sunbelt.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Hampton. Finds the tight end. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Finds space on the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Split backs here. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run it from the gun. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air, it's Hampton. Good timing on the quick out. Oh, he's got some space. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. The Golden Eagles are marching down the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Briggs.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get the second half, and you've got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They got to get more physical right now in this football game, or it's going to get out of hand.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And they get another 1st down, and this offense right now, man, it's just death by 1,000 cuts, right? Like, not a lot of big plays, but they're finding ways to continue to move the football to get 1st downs, and a lot of times, man, the wear-out factor will come. You run a bunch of plays, and this defense can get tired.
Off the play fake on 1st down, to throw. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Touchdown, Southern Miss. Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. On the move from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the... They'll mark him at the 19. On the run, it's Lewis. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. The Mountaineers want to pick up the tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Second down, he'll throw it. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. Play is stopped for just a second as they tend to the injured Mountaineer. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On third and short, the run and looking for the first down. Breaks a tackle and he's got room. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. On the run, it's Roberts. There's some room. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on third and long. Now, the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on third and long. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw, it's Singleton. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Makes the grab on the left. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And the Mountaineers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. The Mountaineers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Lets it fly. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on him. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
This offense has been unable to find the end zone all day. Can they do it on 3rd and goal? Punts it out of the air. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. They want to throw it. Looking to the end zone. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned.
Yeah, and you needed points. You wanted points badly. But listen, the offense, you know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to get in their 4-minute offense. Now, I got to start preserving that clock, using my timeouts, try to get a stop, and get this ball back to my offense.
There's a crease. Got enough for the first. The 50. The 40. The 20. Past the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Southern Mississippi. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
I mean, let's go. That's a day's worth of yards right there on one carry. The home run hitter takes the snap, gets the football. He does the rest, shows off the speed, taking it 90-plus yards to the house.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the... return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. To the air, it's Hampton. Nice grab in traffic. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. So they'll send out the field goal unit. Absolutely center cut. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's able to work his way on the return up to the 23 before he steps out of bounds. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Running inside, it's Lewis. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
And these are these moments as a defense, like, you're just trying to get out of the game.
It's a running room. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. And the Mountaineers are in the hurry-up.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on so that moving forward, this offense has an identity.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
The Mountaineers will line it up on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Singleton.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Trying to power it in. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays. And that's tough, man. It was drawn up right. It was a good throw. It was right in his hands. You just want your playmaker to make that play and get to the 2-point conversion.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee.